everyone, this is Angie and Stampin' with Amore, and it is Christmas in July time. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this Christmas paper and start playing. I love this little box. It's super sweet. This is what I'm sharing today, so let's go ahead and get started with it. Alright, I'm using Real Red for this, and it is 7 inches by 10 5/8 inches. I am using our Designer Series paper. This is one in our annual catalog. It is gorgeous. So the name of this one is, I'm not exactly sure. I covered it up. It is Under the Mistletoe. So this is the Designer Series paper. I started keeping them in these little sleeves because it really protects it. And there's nice to keep everything in order. I put all my scraps in there. But look at this paper. I love it. It's got 2 pieces of every design. So here's the other one, and it's got polka dots on the other side. This one's got poinsettias. This is gorgeous. I love this paper. This has got little deer on it. I love the plaid. It's super pretty. And so this is the piece that we're using this time, and you can see you don't need very much of it to mat this. So that is what we're using for this. So I am going to get my, let me tell you the matting pieces first. So to mat this, you're going to need 2 pieces, and these are 1 7/8 by 7/8. And then you need 5 pieces that are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. And you are not going to mat the bottom. You can on the other one, I did, but I did it by mistake, so you really don't have to mat that bottom one. So I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get scoring with this. This time I'm going to use my Simply Scored because there's a lot of scoring marks. I thought this would make it a little bit easier. So on this 10 1/2 inch side, we're going to score it at 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 2 1/2, 4 1/2, 6 1/2, 8 1/2, and 9 1/2. And then we're going to turn it, and we are going to score it at 1/2. Two 1/2, 4 1/2, and 6 1/2. There's a lot of scoring marks on this, but it's really simple to put together. And you are going to want to keep all the little scraps because there are going to be quite a few little scraps on it from it, but I've already used some, and I'm going to use some for the matting of the sentiment on this card. Alright, so we have the 2 smaller areas here, and this is the larger squares with the 1/2 inch on the bottom. You are going to want to come up here, and we are going to cut off these 2 right here. You are going to cut off the 2 right here, and these are the 2 smaller areas that we're doing. We are going to cut this whole middle section off right in the middle here. Alright, and then we are going to cut this here, and we are going to cut this whole section off right here, this whole bit right here, really thin. We're going to cut more, but we're going to start this way, and then we're going to cut up this one. So you're keeping this bottom one, but we're cutting all the rest away. Up almost went, almost cut that one up. I don't want to do that. Okay, so then the next thing that we're going to do is, you've seen me do this before, the score line is right here. And I always go over this because I know people sometimes get confused about it. So this is your score mark. Now we're going to cut all this other section off right here. We are going to cut all the way through so that we have a glue tab there. I'm going to cut in on here. We're going to actually do this on every one of our tabs, but we're just going to do that one for now. Again, here's the score mark. Just cut up above there, and we're going to cut this whole section out here. So that's why I'm saying save these little squares. You can use them for framelits, for stamping. So you want to keep these. And then we're going to cut in here again. We're going to cut these. And we're going to cut this side also. And I am going to also do this end here. This is going to go inside our box. Okay, so that is what it's going to look like. I know it looks strange, doesn't it? It looks like it, you're thinking, how does it go together? But it does. So I am going to grab our little corner rounder here, and we are going to round the corners of this part right here. And then we're going to do it on this side too. Make sure it's straight when you get it in there. So it's going to look like that. These are going to be rounded. Now I'm going to take my 3/4 inch circle punch, and we are going to punch a hole in here, center it on both sides, and then just punch your hole. I'm even keeping these because I know I can use them for something. And I did punch them a little bit down further, so I'm going to just fold this over and line it up with the other side. I actually had a pencil out here a while ago. Here it is. Let me do it this way. It's probably going to be easier. Yeah. And then just trace your circle here so these are even, and then you're going to punch this one out. Okay, so now we're ready to put it together. So what you're going to want to do is these are going to fold like this. We are going to put adhesive on all these tabs right here. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and use the Fast Fuse, but I used tear and tape on my other one. Just FYI. So you want to use some strong adhesive, because these are the tabs that are holding the box together. Oh, we need to mat this. I almost forgot. You can mat it after, but let's go ahead and just mat it while we have it out here. So this piece is going to be the bottom, so you don't want to mat that piece. So we're going to mat every other piece here. Okay, so the last two pieces that go on the top, I'm going to wait till we have it together, because then I could see that it's even and all that. So you're going to bring this up, and I should have sharpened all these really good, but you're going to bring that up and line it up there, and then this side lines up here, and this is the same way. That lines up there, and this one lines up to this. And then this is your top. Put your goodies in there, and then you close it like that. This is going to close just like that, and that's your little handle right there. So it closes so nothing's going to fall out. That's what I love about this box, because you can put your candy in there, anything loose, and it won't fall out. Alright, so what I'm using now is I'm using this. This is our new, what is the name of this? It is Shaded Spruce, and it comes with this. It's the metallic ribbon combo. And it is, I think it's Blushing Bride that is with it. So it comes with the Shaded Spruce and the Blushing Bride. So I am going to run this through here. I'm going to wrap it around twice. And make sure you keep it straight, the ribbon straight, because you want it straight on the bottom. And we'll bring this piece up here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Leave me enough room to tie a bow. And this one will come up to the top here. I'm just trying to make sure these are spread apart, because it looks really pretty with them spread apart. Tie that. And clip that off there. And look how cute that is. So now we are going to, oh, look at I forgot to add, see what I mean? I got in a hurry, I forgot to add my, I'm sure you're all like, don't forget to add the piece, you know, while you're watching me. Sometimes I hear that in my head. I hear like, you're forgetting something. All right, so we're going to mat this. We need to tie that bow again. I almost forgot. I looked over and I saw those pieces sitting there. Okay. Let's do that other one. Maybe my bow tying skill will be a little bit better for the second try. Okay, so there it is. We did it. Oh my goodness. I knew I'd forget something. So now we're going to go ahead and add our sentiment. I'm going to grab a piece of Whisper White. And I'm going to stamp that with our greeting. And the greeting is from the Nature Sings. It's right here, wishing you a beautiful Christmas. This is a gorgeous set. I love that one. I'm going to use the Shaded Spruce. This is a great holiday color. So if you didn't get this one, you need to get that one. And I'm going to bring the Big Shot up here really quickly. We're going to run those both through. I'm going to do it at the same time. We're going to be using the layered ovals. And this one's the stitched oval, the stitch shape. And it just fits in there, so that's why I'm being really particular about. Okay, we're going to run those through. Oops, I just moved that. Scallop and our stitched center. I love the stitching. I just love that stitching. All right, for this one we are going to use a dimensional on the back, and then we're going to use a couple more dimensionals from the back. And I'm going to spread them apart so that the ribbon fits in between. And we're going to set it right on the front, just like that. So look how cute. I love this little box. It's super cute. My favorite part is that it closes on the inside. So there they are. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And I hope you all have a blessed day. If you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop from my blog. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.